Hello everyone. Here I have Honda Highness CB350 with me, and I am going to do a walk around and my honest impression of this bike, and we'll discuss in detail about the ride experience as well as the pros and cons what I found in this bike. I have seen couple of reviews where people compare it with other bikes like Royal Enfield, Java, Imperiale, and other 350 and 400cc bikes. But after riding this for a couple of kilometers in various terrains, I would honestly not put it under cruiser category. It is an amazingly superb street bike. Look at the beauty of headlight lamp and the round indicators with yellow ring. It is really commendable. Honda has experimented with few chrome parts in this bike, starting with the mudguard. It is of superior quality, and I'm sure it adds a good beauty to this bike. And chrome parts have, you can see the parts where all Honda has used chrome. The horn, which I will come to this at later point, and it's over here. The rear mudguard and few parts of the tail lamp assembly. Stock tire comes with MRF zapper and with specification 190 and 19-inch rim. The tire, it's again MRF manufactured tire itself. It comes with 130, 70 and rim 18. Quality, it is really good, and this is literally shining without applying any polish or any 3M coating. And it's other thing I feel, it is, you can do a lot of self maintenance on this bike compared to other bikes in this segment. Even for an instance, even cleaning the chain, I find it so easy to do certain kind of maintenance in this bike on your own. This comes with a dual channel ABS, and one more important thing, this has got traction control as well, which you will not find it necessary for a 350cc engine, but definitely it adds a lot of value as it is already there in this bike. What it adds to the retro look of this bike, a very retro style of design, as well as the engine casing. It is something, it is really commendable. It is painted in black with silver lining. And this particular chrome part, which literally shines, and it adds some sort of, it creates a lot of eye appeal to this engine part as well. Let's have a look at the console part. Very intelligently designed. And this is the traction control signal. It's a dual channel ABS, and this denotes if it will notify if there is any any issue with the engine, or if it is overheating, or if there is any issue, which it's a bit unique. Even they have put a different form of engine on and kill switch. Riding comfort on this seat after maybe few hours of riding this bike, it is extremely comfortable. The seat, you need have to do any sort of modification on the seat. This is what I told earlier. This is a complete package. Even for the pillion as well, it gives a good amount of space and a proper riding comfort even with the pillion. Tail lamp. This reminds me of old Japanese motorbikes, or even old Honda cruiser bikes. It comes with dual rear shock absorbers, which is adjustable as well. The digital control comes with an USB-C port, which I think a lot of people might have not noticed or have not included in many of the reviews. And this is a very smart, intelligent designing from Honda. And I could see that they have invested a lot of amount of research before releasing it to Indian market. Honda Highness 350 or CB350. This is a majestic motorcycle which is blended with advanced new world technologies and features and retaining its class. This bike comes in two variants. One is DLX and other one is DLX Pro. The main difference is that the DLX Pro is equipped with Honda smartphone voice control system, which is also called as HSVCS as short form. So if you have little more money to shell out, I personally suggest you to go for DLX Pro, which have this additional advantage. I'll tell you a bit more about this HSVCS system, which stands for Honda Smartphone Voice Control System, which I have not seen in much of the reviews. Okay, this is a Bluetooth, a complete Bluetooth ecosystem which facilitates the rider with seamless information exchanges in daily commute or daily life. So you go to download this RoadSync app on your mobile to get connected with the voice control system of Highness. Let me talk about the ride comfort and the good things what I found in this bike. I must admit that the ride comfort on this bike is butterly smooth. It's very much easy to take U-turns. The turning radius is really good. The riding posture is upright, and I feel it is a bit forward seated posture when I compare it with my Interceptor 650. And please note, this is not a comparison between Interceptor and Highness. Probably I will do a detailed review on that later on, but this is just my my observation when I drive Interceptor and other bullet bike and other RE bike, and when I ride Honda Highness. The overtaking is easy breezy on this bike, and the slipper clutch, it works amazingly wonderful. And coming to the vibrations part, with a lot of people have this question in mind. This bike absolutely have no vibration even at 120 km speed, and the mirror won't vibrate, the footrest won't vibrate, and none of the parts in this bike vibrates even at 120 km speed. And the other advantage is that it is having a dual pad gear shifter, so you don't worry about getting your boots dirty. And I've crossed almost 2000 kilometers, and I'm done with my first service as well. The cost of the service was 1500 rupees, and I have added few accessories like the 4 graters, the thigh pad and the tank pad, and the overall cost was, including the service charge and all these accessories, it came to around 3000. And the parts are genuine. I bought from Honda itself, and I found them bit cheaper, I mean the price, as compared to other variants in this segment. Alright, so these are the good points which I felt on this bike. And coming to the negative points or certain things which I did not like, or Honda could have done a bit better to make it much more convenient and a better bike. So there are not many, but few minor things which I observed and which is coming to my mind right now. Okay, the first thing, there should be more service centers or even the sales centers, so that the buyers will gain more confidence to buy this bike. And the availability and choice is very limited at the moment, so Honda should work on improving these factors. I know it might be there in their mind and there might be a lot of discussion going on, but maybe if they can expedite these things, yes, this can be a great competitor to RE, to a lot of bikes in 350 segments. The next point is about the helmet lock. The helmet lock is a fixed component on with the pillion backrest. So if you change the pillion backrest, the helmet lock is gone. So that is what I was talking about, few minor points which Honda could do to make this bike a better one. So these are the few observations what I have on the positive and negative aspects, and you can post your comments in the comment section. I would be happy to answer your queries with my experience on this bike. And thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, please do like, share and subscribe, and please do hit the notification bell icon as well, so that you will get posted on my upcoming videos. Thank you very much.